All right, happy Monday, everybody. Big Monday in Lubbock, Texas. Kansas coming to town here in about an hour and a half. Tip off at United Supermarkets Arena for the Red Raiders and the Jayhawks. We look back on the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. It's not just a bowl, it's super. And we hand out helmet stickers tonight. And we're going to talk about the growing legend and legacy of one Patrick Mahomes. All of that tonight, brought to you in part by Domino's Pizza, Domino's.com. Get the app. If you don't have the app, you're losing out. All sorts of cool stuff. Also, here in the Hubaplex, Boot City, one money saving mile outside the West Loop on 19th Street. A lot of our apparel, George Strait shirts, stuff like this. Cool stuff waiting for you at Boot City. And now it's already time to start talking about spring arrivals. But if you want to go get a really great discount on a cold weather jacket or a long jacket, unbelievable savings going on at Boot City. All right, all that stuff going on. All right, we let a few folks get in. We know what to do, the early arrivals. We wait a minute or two, we let you get in, then we start to get on down the road. We're not crazy. We know it takes a few minutes for folks to get in, right? You've been ordering a little bit of Domino's. Indeed, the talking box is on. Hold on. There we go. Product placement. So I think we're close. I think we're ready. The next thing you do, the early arrivals on Twitter, on YouTube, our YouTube channel, and on Facebook Live. Share it, put it out there, invite people in. Hit us up in the comment section, brought to you by United Supermarkets and Market Street. Just get your comments in on that, and we rock and roll from there. In three, in two, good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, Raiderland.com is where you find us every day, every morning. Raiderland Hot Links, questions of the day, everything you want. 5 things we know on a Sunday yesterday. I assume you saw it. If you didn't, you go back and get it, theraiderland.com. We thank Domino's Pizza, Boot City for sponsoring us tonight. All of our other great sponsors. You see them online. You tell them thank you for being out there. What are we doing tonight? Handing out helmet stickers every Monday. Raiderland helmet stickers. There are many helmet stickers. Only one Raiderland helmet sticker. Coveted, highly coveted, that go to the people that deserve a little recognition, sports or otherwise. Who gets yours? Who was awesome this past weekend? Again, sports or otherwise. All right. Who gets your Raiderland helmet sticker? Next up, why is Tech favored against Kansas tonight? What are we talking about here? Why are the Red Raiders 3.5-point favorites against the Jayhawks at United Supermarkets Arena tonight? Can you explain that to me? Can you tell me why? A team that has shot so poorly over the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, sitting here at home, coming off not a lackluster win. Every win in the Big 12 is great and special. Tell me why. Hey, we're calming down. You calm down there, Dalby. I know you hate the French like dogs. Let's go. Excited for Tech basketball game tonight. Are you excited? Why are you excited? Tell me why you're excited. I don't want to know that you're excited. I want to know why you're excited. We won't care about the is. We want to know about the why. Helmet sticker to Reba for a great national anthem. Thank you, Reba. She cost a lot of people on the under, though, on the prop bets by doing the extra Home of the Brave. We shut it down as the first Brave, Reba. That was good. That was a minute 27. She did a second Brave that went to 34. That cashed the over. A lot of people didn't like it. Excited, it says Peyton. Danny, because the law of averages catches up, they can't shoot that poorly every single game. No, that's not a reason to bet or have it. There's got to be another reason, right? There's got to be another reason. We're playing Kansas. It's a big game tonight. No. Tell me why they're favored. Why do you think the Red Raiders are favorites tonight? Because I've talked to a lot of really smart people, and I've gotten a lot of different reasons. Now, one is the McCullough factor. If McCullough can't play, if Kevin McCullough can't play, and I think he's going to try to go. We'll see. We ought to know within the next hour if he's going to go tonight. Remember, it's an 8 o'clock start. That's why we're doing this instead of round ball rewind, because 8 o'clock tip, that means 10:30 rewind, 11 o'clock, you guys are asleep. So I think he's going to give it a go. So, okay, other than that, why? The basketball crowd is better than Saturday. Was it bad Saturday? The crowd wasn't bad Saturday. The game was kind of meh. The crowd was moderately there, much better than most Big 12 places. So don't give me that. So tell me why. I'll tell you why. Because there's a lot of faith right now. There's a lot of faith right now in what McCaslin is doing and what happens at Texas Tech. Jared, helmet sticker to the teachers. Delayed start days, especially for special needs students, are like being in the middle of, and now I got to try to hit this button up here. In the middle of a snow globe with a 3-year-old. No, you don't have to do anything other, Jared, than say special needs students, special teachers. That's all they need, right? Every day. Every day. Here you go. Helmet sticker. What's his shooting Texans trad? Good God, I don't know, Danny. I don't have that in front of me. I'm not going to pull it up. He is one of the best players in the Big 12. He was one of the best players at Texas Tech. You wish he was here. There you go. That's his shooting percentage, but he's not, and he's banged up. So that's the deal. That you are favored tonight. You can take out the McCullough aspect. You can look at a Kansas team that has struggled on the road a little bit and go, "Wow, we're doing okay." That you lose 3 in a row, you win 1 at home. Big Monday, Kansas rolls in. And I want to apologize right now to Brian Haney. I reached out to him earlier today, but it was too late. I apologize for not getting together with it. You guys, if you get a chance, if you're at home watching this tonight, dip in. This is nothing against Haxton, okay? Love me some Haxton, all right? Dip in a little on Haney's play-by-play. Good Lord, he's really good. And knew it when he was here and had fun with him while he was here. And I just love catching up with him when we can. And he comes in baseball. We try to get together and everything. But dadgummit, you guys, you've been lucky. Hopefully Tech fans will look back one day and say, holy crap, Brian Haney, and this is, again, nothing against Haxton at all. 100% Haxton rocks, all right? Jeff is great, okay? Take that out. Take that out of the equation. That you're going to go, yeah, Brian Haney cut his chops right here in Lubbock, Texas, just like a Jack Dale who could have moved on, who could have gone and did so many other games that you have no idea that Jack Dale did over the years. That people forget in the 60s and basically through the mid 70s, he didn't do every single Tech game with Humble Oil Network and everything else. He moved around and did games nationally. People forget that about Jack Dale. So yeah, hated not getting catch up with man Haney, but hopefully people will realize he's really good. So yeah, if you're at home and you get a chance, dip in and out. It's cool. It's okay to do that. Helmet sticker to Coach Reed. That play called in the game last night. Yeah, it's what he does. Motion in, out, reverse, drag in. Yeah, it's an Andy Reid special. But it's good stuff. And you know who Andy Reid is right now? He's Shanahan when Andy Reid was the coach for the Philadelphia Eagles for so many years. And before he got to Kansas City and got a great quarterback. Well, anyways, that's a different story for a different day. Yeah, Purdy sucks. He'll never win. Shanahan will never win. Okay, that's the same thing I heard about Andy Reid 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, whatever. But no, Danny, it's a great play call. It's great. Nobody does better within the 15 yard, 10 yard, uh, 15, 25, whatever. Take the red zone out of it. Go 5 yards outside the goal line, inside the 10-yard line. Nobody does better schematically moving around in that space than Andy Reid in the NFL. He approaches it like a basketball inbounds pass. And I heard him, or at least somebody regarding either him or Bieniemy, maybe, talking about how we look at it as like inbounding a basketball. It's the same prospect. You got a finite area that you can go to in a half court. We got to move people around. We got to get the ball inbounded. I don't have to throw it 35 yards down the field to score inside the 5, inside the 10. I got to throw it 7 to 10. I got to move people around. How do we get picks? We move them around. It's an inbounds pass. Beautiful stuff to watch. The question will soon be who replaces Reid, and that will be simply done and easily done, John, by player coach Patrick Mahomes the second. You heard it here first. That's right. Let's talk about Patrick Mahomes now. Is he the best ever yet? Why do we have to wait? When do we have to have that discussion? Are the discussions regarding quarterbacks best ever completely wedded to total Super Bowls won? If so, why so? Ipso ispo. Is he the best ever? When do we have that discussion? I say we can have it now. I think it's okay. Otherwise, Terry Bradshaw is better than Troy Aikman. And Terry Bradshaw is better than Joe Montana. And we know that's not true, right? So we don't have to wed it to the total number of Super Bowl championships. Otherwise, Trent Dilfer is better than Dan Marino. So let's not hold ourselves hostage to that the Tom Brady deal, that we can't have the conversation that he's better or they're better. We can have the conversation now. We can. Better ever at the moment, yes, says John. Why do we got to say at the moment? If you had a chance right now at their best, knowing what you know and what you don't know, would you draft Patrick Mahomes or would you draft Tom Brady? Illegal question, flag on it. Sup, Doughboy in the house. Hey, man, Ryan, miss you. Miss seeing you on the text line there on the radio show. Hope everything's going good. Guns Up Trucking right there. Everybody give a little love up to Ryan on Guns Up Trucking. Yeah, but don't give me this, so-and-so this, so-and-so that. Robert off the text line. I remember Ryan Haney. He is good. I agree. Ryan Haney, one of the best ever. Jeff is watching. Hold on. Great comparison. Accomplishments. Mahomes, yeah, age 30, age 28, actually. And Mahomes is farther along. Indeed, he is. But I don't have to have the whole Super Bowl this and that. I can look at players. I can look at them and go, better. I mean, really, who would you take? Who would you take right now? Damn right you'd take Patrick Mahomes. I don't need anything else. Oh, come on now. Not Purdy, but a win. Good job, Brian. Mahomes makes everyone around him better. He calls players out. They're not contributing. Yeah. So did Brady. What is, Danny says, the eye test, says Mahomes. What is the eye test? What is that? What's the eye test? How did Brady win his first couple of Super Bowls? Anybody remember? I do. Not that it matters. They're, I mean, we're talking right now great quarterbacks, greatest all time. We are talking Brady. We're talking Mahomes. We're talking Montana, not Bradshaw. I can go Aikman, the 3 and 5, 3 and 4. I can go the percentage of completions. I can do that, but then I can also go Emmett Smith. Did has Mahomes had Emmett Smith? If you want to do Kelsey, is Kelsey equal to Irvin? Is he equal to, I don't know, pick out your best tight end there for the Cowboys. So what do we do? Brady, not mobile. Mahomes, mobile, yeah. He extends the play, is what we call it. He gets to the second play. Side note, different topic, but when is NCAA or Big 12 going to make TCU get rid of their hideous floor? I don't know, but I wish they would. Yeah, Chris talking about Novacek, great tight end, Cowboys, and maker of fine whiskey. Kelsey's great, has the receptions, everything else. If you are old enough to have watched a Jay Novacek and what he did, are you really ready to say that he's 10 times better than Jay Novacek? I'm not. And that has nothing to do with Kelsey, with Kittle, with any of the modern tight ends right now. But if you had told Jay Novacek, this is what we need you to do, you don't think he could have done it? That we need you to catch 60 passes, 70 passes a year. Okay, all right. Really? Don't think so. Why not Bradshaw? Because he is tacky and not refined? No, Bradshaw handed the ball off to Franco Harris over and over and over, who ran out of bounds over and over and over. But I'm saying that if you just go on simply titles alone, Bradshaw better than Aikman, better than no, he's not. He was not a better quarterback than those. I don't need titles to tell. Dan Marino was a better quarterback than Terry Bradshaw. All right, there you go. Jim Kelly, better. Not 10 times better, but better, better, better. So yeah, the idea of we can't have the conversation that Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady or whoever you want to until he has X number of Super Bowls, to me, that's irrelevant. He's done anything and everything you can do in a small time period where you have a small window to do it as a team player. Everything else after that is left up to the organization, other players around you you can't control, things you can't control. And going forward, Mahomes is going to have less control as he gets older, as the salary cap morphs, changes, everything else. He has controlled everything he can control in a small window and won damn near every time. That's it. That's the end of this. That's it. Now, how did Brady do it? A great organization. And maybe, maybe he'll have a great organization around him there in Kansas City. You never know. Danny, I consider Emmett Smith better than Barry Sanders. You're wrong on that. But as a ball carrier, Barry Sanders has GOAT locked down. Barry Sanders was better than Emmett Smith. That's all there is to it. Mahomes has done more in a shorter time. No one else compares. Yeah. Why is it that when the GOAT discussion comes up about quarterbacks, it's not era thing, but talk basketball. Hold on. A different era. Good point. I think we see hyper change in the NBA in 5 to 10 year eras, and that there was a different era. If you want to go, or what are we talking to, like LeBron to Jordan or whatever. I can go eras. I can go Dr. J to um, Jordan, whatever we want to. Bobby Lane, different era. Yeah, Bobby Lane didn't play in basically modern pro football. Yeah, so yeah, totally different era. Hell of a player in his era. Hour earlier, starting the Super Bowl. No, Saturday, 3 p.m. My point being, Emmett's greatest accomplishments, total yardage. That's a cumulative stat, says Danny. So you have to look at the entire package. I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. I can look at everything and say, Emmett Smith, great Hall of Famer, wonderful running back, played behind the best offensive line that the last non salary cap era could produce, and say he benefited from that, but he was great. If you'd put him behind the offensive line that Barry Sanders played for 7 years of his career, Emmett Smith gets injured, he's hurt, he's out of the league. Now you put Barry Sanders behind the Dallas line, he does everything that Emmett Smith did, and more. It's your show, Ryan. You be you. No, I'm going to be me, and it is my show. And never take it personally if I disagree with you. You weigh in, you jump in, you get in the pool, the water is warm, come on in, swim. But if I dunk on you, jump up, just throw the water out of your nose and say, all right. So there you go. Ryan's doing it good. Barry Sanders, 3 times the running back, Emmitt Smith. Every time. Every single time. And that's not to diminish Emmitt Smith. That's not to diminish the Cowboys. But if you put Emmitt Smith behind that Detroit line, nothing. I wear my goggles when I get in, dunked. Good call. Speaking of O-line, maybe one of the greatest, Larry Allen, absolutely. Good God. That entire Dallas offensive line, early mid-90s, almost across the board, if not the best at any given time in the league, close to it. In the last, Walter Payton ahead of Emmett, absolutely, 100%. Walter Payton ahead of Emmitt Smith, no two ways about it. Oh God, Walter Payton ahead of Barry Sanders. Yeah, I'll put him ahead of Barry Sanders. Don't have to agree, but yeah, I'll put him ahead of Barry Sanders. Peyton. And I'm just old enough. If you're not my age earlier, you didn't really get to see week to week what Walter Payton was. But yeah, I'll put him ahead of both of those. Doesn't mean they're not great. Doesn't mean they're not awesome. Doesn't mean whatever. You have a small penis because you think somebody's better than the other one, although you probably do. That's the way it works around here. Danny, listening to LeBron James fans takes as cumulative. Yeah, that's not how you measure greatness. It's a key, not everything. Cowboys would have won 3 in a row if Jerry would have let Jimmy beat Jimmy. Yeah, I think we can probably maybe all agree on that. Would have been close. The next year would have been close, even with Jimmy, but yeah, probably so. Helmet sticker to Steve Michael McMichaels. Chicago Bears, Mongo. Yeah. So now it's over. Do Chiefs keep Spags? Going to be hard to do. I think what you've seen, though, is teams go, and this is the Dan Quinn thing. Well, we saw him. Was he really a head coach or is he he's a coordinator? I think there are no head coaching openings, so I think they'll keep him for another year. Winnie McDaniel says, but Emmett can outdance them. Yes, he can. He did win Dancing with the Stars in about 2005 or 6. And his dancer, his partner, Wendy, who I cannot think what her name was. And if you can, please, because I'll tell this story right now. The Lady Raiders were playing in Hawaii at Thanksgiving or whenever it was that same year, right after the series ended and they'd won. And whoever his dancing partner was, I'm sitting down there. We're at the Hilton Hawaiian Village, which is a great place to stay. Highly recommended if you can. So I don't know. We're kind of hanging out on the beach. Whatever, you got the beach bar down there. You got this patio area, and tables are hard to come by. And it becomes obvious that this couple is getting ready to get up and leave. So I'm sitting on this little railing, this little concrete kind of barrier railing from the beach area to the bar area, and I'm just, you know how when you're lurking for a table, right? When you're just sitting there going, yeah, I need a table, and looks like they're going to get up here and everything. No, I just wait, bide my time. And the lady gets up, and the guy, is sitting there and he's tabbing out. And I come up to the table and I said, "Hey, man, looks like you're tabbing out. I'm trying to get a four top here. Do you mind if I sit down while you pay out?" And the guy's like, "So nice." I'm like, "This is the craziest thing ever. This is guy's being like too nice." And he's just like, "Oh, absolutely. Hey, can I buy you a drink?" And I'm like, "Here you go, Cheryl Burke." John knows Cheryl Burke. So the guy's like, "Yeah, can I do anything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, really. Thanks for being so cool, man. I saw you over there, and I could tell you were kind of waiting on the table and everything. Thanks for being so cool and not coming up." And I'm like, "This is the nicest I've ever been treated in my entire life, waiting on a table." So he gets up and he left like an extra 20 or something for our next drinks. And I'm like, "Well, this is weird." And the waitress comes up and, yeah, like a whatever. And I'm like, and she's like, "And he's paid for your drink." I'm like, what's going on here? It's like, "You don't know?" I said, "No." "Oh, that was Cheryl Burke." And I'm like, see, I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." Yeah, she just won Dancing with the Stars with Emmett Smith. "Oh, well, that's nice." "Yeah, I'm gonna want a, Chilton and a Mai Tai, and I want some nachos." Eddie LeBaron old. Ah, no, you're not Eddie LeBaron old. You're not 1960 watching it old. Dwayne Thomas old, Glenn, I can believe that. Cheryl Burke old, yeah. The Google machine knows all. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, that was the true story. Yeah, which is really kind of funny. Like I said, the whole thing was really interesting. All right, got a couple of minutes left. Is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL yet? History all time? You can't. No, I'm not buying it because you're not that much older than me, and that means you're like 1960 Cowboys old. And nah, I don't know that I'm buying it. I'm thinking, nah. Okay. What do you think of ex Tech running back? Says Robert Foster being Deshaun Foster being hired as the head coach at UCLA. I don't think much of it. UCLA, you lost your head coach to an offense coordinator position in the Big Ten. That's where the Pac-10 is now. You know, he's the best right now. Yeah, pretty good. 56 model. Yeah, I don't know. All right. We can continue the conversation tomorrow on Mahomes in best ever. I think it's okay to have the conversation now. If any of your friends say, "Well, he hadn't done this, he hadn't done that, he hadn't won this," that's bullcrap. You can have the conversation. It's not about championships completely. 4, when LeBaron joined the guy. That's what I'm saying. You don't remember it. Yeah. You don't remember it. You're not that old. I'm talking about remembering things. We can have the conversation now, I think, about where Mahomes goes. Just because I didn't have to have the end of the Emmitt Smith career to have the conversation about, I don't know, Walter Payton, you know, got it. Not head to United Arena for the game. No, I live far too out of town to be heading for that for the game tonight. 8 o'clock start. We'll be watching it from the confines of the compound tonight. Way too far away. He played a few years, yeah. Had an extremely weak receiving core this year. It's 2-1. That's the deal for Mahomes this year. This was the year they couldn't win. The heavy cap hit, everything was down, and this is the year you get them, and they still win. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Yeah, no, I don't live inside the incorporated city limits or even in the county. So some nights, no, we're not going to be there. Now, you know what we get to do this weekend, though? Baseball. Baseball is back. Yeah, you've won now without Tyreek Hill for a while, which is impressive. All right. All right, so we got to end the stream first on the YouTube and the Twitter feed in stream. It says yes.